If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. I'm just checking in with you guys. Let's let some people get here. Let's let some people get here. I gotta go put my hair up. You know, I have naturally curly hair, and so when it rains or anything like that, my hair is huge. I look like Shirley Temple. That's what I look like. Yeah, I look like Shirley Temple. My hair is huge. Welcome to having natural curly hair. I don't know what all that's doing. I thought I would take you guys, we'll go put hay in the barn. Do you want to? It's been a rough couple of days preparing for this. Hey, Christina. Okay, let's go. We're going to go to the barn and get hay. And I'm letting people join. What do I do with my drink? I scare myself sometimes. Hey, Becky. Oh, here's my drink. Okay, we're going to go outside. I was just going to update you guys and tell you what is going on in Alabama. But you know, it ain't all about me, right? I want to know how you are. Like, I know, like, Becky's in Missouri, and I know Missouri's bad. Tennessee, Mississippi was terrible last night. There was tornadoes, so people from Mississippi, please check in and tell me how you are. You know, this ain't all about Aunt Judy. I want to know how you are. I'm getting in the side-by-side to go get. Hey, okay, let me read. Mary, please be safe. Good morning, Jane, Gerald, LaWanda, Mary. Okay. We'll go to the barn and then we'll talk a minute. So yesterday my Wi-Fi went out. Shame. My Wi-Fi went out and I thought, oh God, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. Good morning, Linda. Your babies are fine. Linda, I have your babies. They are staying inside the coop today. They're not very happy at me, Linda, but it's for their own good. But I've only kept them in the coop one time in their life, and that's when it snowed so bad. So Linda, Daffy, and Dolly are like, they're not my friend right now. Okay. The weatherman is telling us that it should be here in Cullman around 2. It's kind of been changing a little bit, but for the most part, it's 2 o'clock. Hang on, I'm gonna sit y'all right here. It did not get terrible last night here. I mean, it did pour down rain and stuff, but most of it was in Mississippi. Now we are about, there's 2 counties over to Mississippi. We're close to Mississippi and we're close to Tennessee. We're more northwestern is where we are. But they said that the tornadoes in Mississippi were horrible last night. So if any of you from Mississippi, I hope that you didn't have any damage. I sat and worried about y'all. I was like, is anybody from Mississippi? I couldn't think of anybody from Mississippi, but then, you know, stuff starts running together sometimes. My biggest fear is the animals and Larry. My oldest son, I love him so much. He is coming to stay with us. His girlfriend or his fiance and him are coming to stay with us because let me walk over there and show y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all where my storm shelter is. There's my house. I'm at the hay barn. Okay. I'm still struggling with inner ear and I'm kind of drunk, so y'all just bear with me. I go to the doctor Wednesday, but I'm just trying to get through until Wednesday. I want y'all to look at this. You see all that? I've showed y'all this before. This patch of grass right here is just from our compost. Shane put this out and look at the difference. Isn't it lush, beautiful grass? Look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? It needs to be cut. But this is all from cow poop, pig poop, all that. All right, farm you see is over there. Creek is down there. This is Shane's new, remember when I built the stairs? Okay, so this is what has to happen. In the pouring down rain with tornado warnings, my son and Shane are gonna have to carry Larry down these steps with his oxygen. You know, at some point we need to put a cover. I'm sure Shane would appreciate me adding that to the list. But because of Larry, even our own safety and not getting totally, but see, that's my garage. So Larry will have to be carried down here. So my son's gonna stay with us so that he can help Shane get Larry down into our storm shelter. Our storm shelter is down here, okay? There's no door, but you see there's nothing but concrete, okay? Shane at some point is going to build a door, but it is not very big, okay? I mean, Shane put these buckets in here for us to sit on, and he put this in here for Larry to sit on. And we have survival things in here like water. We do have some snacks, a flashlight, just little things. And this is where Larry will sit. And then we do need to get more buckets because there is 4 of us. So you can see it's not very big, but it would save our lives. And so if I'm in here in the storm shelter, you see, we would be out of the weather. So, the biggest thing is getting Larry down this. Look at that hunk of burning love. Is that not the cutest thing? What are you eating a cream pie for? You can't eat one without giving me one. Shane, I was just sitting here. I don't want it. I was just kidding. I was sitting here thinking about this situation. and I'm sitting here picturing my head. You know, we've actually had to run to the storm shelter before, and it's like pouring down rain and the wind is whipping. And I came up with this brilliant idea. I'm gonna come closer so we can see your face.
Yeah, the brilliant idea is gonna put him in the wheelchair.
No, just listen to me. Listen to me. I have this brilliant idea for our future. What if you put a top on this so that when we run to the storm, we're not soaking wet? Could you do that? Why? Yes, you can, Shane. You told me you could do anything.
No, we ain't putting no top on it.
Why?
No, you good.
Shane, if you want me to be your best friend, you're going to have to put a top on this.
I don't want you to be my best friend. I want you to be my
Ooh.
best friend.
Oh. I mean, I'm being serious, though.
Well, no, there ain't no way to put top on, Judy.
I think if you extend boards up.
Yeah, I bet you do, but you can't do that. Can't
Why?
do
Blow away. We have to come up with some solution.
that. No, don't. Go down the damn steps and go in the building. That's your solution. If you're going to melt by the time that you get down these
Okay, but
stairs, then you're just going to dissolve and wash down there to the creek.
I'm not thinking about myself.
Well, I'm not worried about it.
I'm thinking about Larry Glasscock.
Larry Glasscock is all right. It is temporary, Judy. It is a one time in every blue moon. I am not constructing some kind of bush just for one time once every few years of something. No. No. Swear to God.
I don't like him. I don't like him.
It's a mutual feeling, Judy.
We're not friends.
We are not. So don't think that for a minute.
We're not friends, Shane. I was going to be your BFF today, but I decided not to.
No, you would. You tell me that every time that you want something. You like everybody else. You want, and won't.
It's not. I don't want this. I need.
And it's not a need.
We need.
It's not a need.
It ain't a need.
It is not a need.
Are you flipping kidding me right now?
It is not a need.
It is to a need.
No, it is not.
I wonder if Larry's concentrator is going to ruin if it gets wet. That son of a gun was $3,000.
Well, he's got $3,000 to buy a new one if it goes bad.
I'm
There's
really
a generator
not.
sitting right there. We can run power down here and bring the big one down here if it comes that bad. And if it comes to that bad, then one of or both of us are gonna die anyway because we can't fit all that in there, along with 5 other people. So I mean, this is not the community shelter. So,
It is. It's not a community. It's my child's. Shane, it's my child.
All right, so you're just gonna forget.
And my dad.
You're just gonna forget about the other child.
Let's bring your dad and your child up here and say, "Hey, dude, you just gonna get soaked."
That's what I'm saying.
One day this is gonna be your mom. One day this is gonna be your father.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
And then you're gonna go, "Oh, Dad can't go down these steps in the pouring down rain. I can't pick his butt up." And we could pick Larry up. Larry don't weigh but $105. But your dad?
Oh, you calling my dad fat?
No, but your dad.
So you calling my dad fat?
I'm not calling your dad.
You're calling my dad fat.
No, I wasn't calling your dad fat.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I'm saying that your dad is much larger.
Oh, so he's
than Larry.
So we don't call him fat anymore. We just call him large.
He's larger than Larry.
So we just call him large. So it's like.
What do you want me to call him fat?
Well, it's what you're saying.
I'm not calling him fat.
Ain't no different than calling midget little people midgets. Doesn't matter. It is what it is.
I'm sorry, y'all. Let's go. Let's get away from him, okay? Let's get away from him. He's not on social media, and he doesn't understand that that's not something that you say on social media.
Tomato, tomato, it doesn't matter.
Shane, good night. See you tomorrow.
You're lucky.
Anyway, look at the grass from this way. Isn't that nuts? I was talking about this fertilizer.
Oh, that manure?
Yeah.
Or that compost?
I mean, we really need to cut the grass. It's about coming up to our knees, Shane.
Only in 2 spots, Judy.
2? Right there, right there, right there.
Spots, Judy. I mean, that is 1 spot where we spreaded it.
What are you talking about?
And then the other spot's under them oak trees.
I know, but he didn't do it.
Kill the oak trees by pushing all the leaves up around it.
Bye, Shane. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. Yeah, it's beautiful. Hey, do you want to come help me get this hay?
You drove around there 20 minutes ago, Judy.
But you walked out and I was like, Romeo! Romeo! How art thou, Romeo?
No, you drove around there 20 minutes ago. I ain't got all day to mess around with you.
Bye, Shane. Have a good day. Peace out.
I know what you want me to do. You want me to do all your work. I'm not doing it. I've done half of it this morning.
He did cook us breakfast this morning. I do have to say that. And it meant a lot to me because I was out here doing all the chickens, water and food and all that. And I went inside and he had cooked breakfast and he fed Larry. I was like, oh, that was really nice of him. You know, sometimes he's nice. You know, that's why I get mixed emotions, because he goes from butthole to nice in 0.2 seconds. Do y'all have one like him? We had eggs, bacon, and biscuits. And he made Larry a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I thought that was really nice of him. He can be nice every now and then. Not very often. All right, so let me just tell you this. All the chickens are in the coop, and the ducks and the turkeys. We did not let peacocks. I moved all the peacocks out of that temporary enclosure because Shane and I really feel like that enclosure is going to flip over. If a good wind comes up, it's going over. We've seen that happen before, right, with the rescue. So everybody is in the coops safe. And thank you, Becky, for the shower curtain, because that's going to be a lifesaver in that coop, because there was no wind would have come in there and rain and they would have been soaking wet. So I'm very thankful for my shower curtains that are going in that coop. Everybody else, I pretty much have all the windows shut. There's no openings. They're in there with food and water. Unless the tornado just wipes us out, they're safe from wind. We're supposed to have hail. So the last thing I want is chickens running around getting hit by hail, right? That wouldn't be good. The big animals are all in the barn. I just gave them all fresh water. There is already some hay there, but I'm going to give them some more hay because this is supposed to start at 2 and go until 11 o'clock at night. Well, normally I feed at night. So I have to be mindful of, you know, they're not going to get fed at the right time. So I'm going to go give them plenty of hay to eat. Last night, I had a total meltdown. I was putting the animals to bed and I was literally bawling my eyes out because all I kept thinking, I don't know why I did this to myself, but I was like, this could be it. And I was just sitting there and I was walking around and I was like, if a tornado came through here, my animals could be gone, like dead. And I literally was out there bawling my eyes out, thinking about, because April the 27th, I was 40. So that was, I can't do math. Okay, I was 40 years old. I'm 54 now. So 14 years ago, a tornado came through on my birthday. I was at the beach. My mother-in-law took me to the beach for my 40th birthday. And it was me and my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law. And a tornado came through. We were in the Destin, Florida. My oldest son was with his father, and Vanson, my youngest son, was with his best friend. And tornadoes came through, 2012, thank you. Tornadoes came through. I have never been so scared in my entire life that day. Because where my oldest son was, everything around him was flattened. There were no houses standing. It was horrible. And here I am in Florida, and my son's dad's neighborhood, basically the neighborhood is flattened. Like people lost their lives. It was horrible. And as a matter of fact, my son's best friend was one of the houses that got flattened, and that particular family was renting the house. They had no rental insurance, and my son's best friend literally lost everything. Like everything, clothes, everything. Now, they did not lose their lives. There was no one that passed away, but they were in the house when the house got flattened. Can you imagine for just a second how scared they were? There was no basement. So I remember when we got back from Florida, my son took me around and showed me, and we were just bawling. It was the saddest thing ever. Then the same tornado went through Tuscaloosa, which is where, the Crimson Tide football, the university. We went to help, and as we were going down the main street in Tuscaloosa, everything is just flattened. And until you've seen that, if you've never seen that, maybe you don't have tornadoes where you live, it is so emotional. So emotional. So I know the damage that a tornado can do, and I've never been in this situation where I had this many kids to deal with. I only had 2 in 2012. Okay? Now, I don't know exactly how many animals I have, but the thought of my house being flattened with Larry and my children and my husband and my animals, it's enough to give you anxiety. And so I sit here, as a matter of fact, this morning when I was going around to all the animal stalls and coops, making sure everybody was okay, everyone had water, food, and all that stuff, I was thinking in my head, how do I teach the backup dancers to dance in the middle of tragedy like this? Everything is uncertain. It doesn't mean that we're going to get hit by a tornado, but it also means that we're not, both ways. We're basically on the fence. It could happen, it could not. And how do I teach people how to dance when I can't even figure out how to dance? I can't even figure out how to help myself, more or less help someone else. How do I teach someone not to have anxiety through this terrible weather? And as I was walking around, I was thinking about how do I teach them to dance? And the first thing that came to my mind is surrounding yourself with other people. And I thought, I need you, and you need me. And it gives me, like right now, I do not have any anxiety with me going live talking to y'all. Like, I feel loved. And I feel like it's going to be okay. And I feel like we're in this together. Like, I feel just at peace when I'm with you. And that's what I was thinking about dancing is, you know, some of us might live alone and we don't have family around us, but there's friends and neighbors that give us such peace because we're all going through this together, you know? And that brings us comfort to know that we have a next door neighbor that would come help us, or someone across the street, you know, or just even a simple text message or a phone call or a email just going, are you okay? When someone checks on me, it makes me feel great. Now, I will tell you, being a creator, like this morning, my phone was blowing up with all the backup dancers. Are you okay? Are you okay? I thought, oh my gosh. I felt a little overwhelmed because when someone takes the time to send me a message, I want to take the time to send it back. Because many of times in my life over the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, when people don't respond to me, it hurts my feelings. And I'm like, I remember that. And I don't want to do that to someone else. I don't want anyone to feel non-important to me. And so I was like, okay, I think what I should do is just go live and let you know that I'm okay, and that make sure all of us check in with each other to make sure we're all okay. I feel like that's the best thing to do. And I just feel comforting knowing that you're here with me. It makes me feel safe. Even though you're not physically here with me and you can't physically stop a tornado, I know there's people praying for me, and I know there's people that care about Leroy or Dexter or whatever just as much as I do. And I love you just as much as you love me and my animals. Okay, let me get some hay. Sometimes as I come and get this hay, I start getting the eebie-jeebies that there's going to be a snake in here. And I'm like, if I go to grabbing hay like this and I grab up a snake, I would have a heart attack. I bet this hay will give the animals comfort. Sometimes I wish that I would have bought square bales where I could just throw a square bale up here. Much easier. But the guy that I buy my hay from, he didn't make square bales this year. I'm like, but square bales cost more money than the big round bales. All right. Thanks, Shane, for the help. I'm not your friend anymore. Okay. I got hay back there. Let me take a swig of my protein shake. We need some good protein. So this company reached out to me to partner with them. It's a timer for your water hose for your garden. And I will be trying this out. I'll let you know if it's any good. When people collaborate with me, I'm like, okay, listen to me. I'm just gonna be honest. I give my honest opinion when I do reviews. I'm not referring to someone. I'll give you an example. Hang on, let me hold my phone. You wanna go? Well, no. I guess we could go to the creek real quick. Let's go to the creek real quick. This company wanted to collaborate with me, and they have a weather monitor, and I thought Larry is obsessed with the weather, and I thought this would be Larry Glasscock would love this. So they sent me the whole weather thing to put together, and when I tell you that was the worst thing ever, I couldn't even connect it to the Wi-Fi. It was confusing. I sent him a message and I said, I'm gonna send this back. I cannot refer people to your product because I can't even figure out how to connect it myself. So, and they were gonna pay me to do this. As a matter of fact, they were gonna pay me $400 to do a review. And I said, sir, I can't give you a good review. So just keep your $400 and I'm sending your product back because this is awful. And they kept going, you know, talk to our customer service about connecting it. And I said, I can't do a good review just to make $400. Like maybe some people go, well, I'm just gonna say I love it and, you know, do the review and collect my $400. Judy Snead is not like that. If I hate your product, you don't have to pay me because I'm just gonna send it back to you. So if this product is awful, I'm sending it back. I will not be referring it to y'all. Okay, here's the creek. It's really flowing. I'm on the... See, Shane put the grass out, that compost out there too. Here's the other side. So pretty. Okay, what did Anita say? Oh, Anita, that's awful. So sorry to hear that. And it's so crazy because the sun is just out right now. And it's so pretty. We're going to go over here and sit a minute. Man, it's deep. Okay. Isn't it gorgeous? come down here a lot just to think. This is where I usually break things down. Oops, sorry. This is what, in the past 24 hours, I've been thinking about is, I've been thinking about other farms. And like, I sometimes just wonder, I might start crying. I'm like, what are they doing? You know, like, I saw a video of Lester going to get the animals, you know, off Morrow Hill, and I thought about, you know, Lester worries about flooding, and some farms worry about, you know, snow, and some, you know, down more south, they worry about hurricanes. We worry about tornadoes, and, you know, you can't predict the weather, and it feels so scary when things are out of your control. And our news guy, our news guys, I mean, they're like, I don't want to scare you, but you need to be prepared. Like, this is a no joke tornado. And when that happens, it's usually like terrible. But, I don't just think about the animals. I think about, you know, my kids and, you know, Larry and Shane. Like, I just, like, I don't know. And to sit here and listen to this creek and hear the birds, and it doesn't look like the weather, like you're looking around now and going, well, everything seems fine. Like, everything's fine. And to know just in a couple of hours, everything could be destroyed. And I sit here, and I've talked about this before, you know, I talk about Job in the Bible and how Job lost his land and his family and everything. And I'm like, oh God, you know, I've lost my farm. Is God fixed to take everything away from me? Like, surely not. Like, I feel scared. I'm not lying. And I'm having a hard time finding peace. Do y'all ever do that? Like, just really finding peace, knowing that God is in control. It's hard sometimes when there's a storm in your life, or a storm, you know, around you, even if it's not the weather, if it's another type of storm, like your farm's closing, or, you know, like you lost your job or something like that. It's like, or maybe you got a terrible diagnosis, when that storm, and it's hard for you to find the peace to keep going. It's I think it's normal to feel like that in the beginning, but it's not normal to stay in it. So, like, in the midst of this storm, how do I find peace? you know what I'm saying? How do I go, whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. If my farm gets flattened or my house gets flattened, like whatever happens, happens. But everything in my farm, like as far as buildings, those things can be replaced. My house can be replaced, you know? I feel like how to find peace, like I said earlier, is through collaborating, like friendships, you know, being here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go, like last night, I was telling the animals good night, and when I was bawling my eyes out going, oh my God, tonight could be the last night I ever see you. Like, it sucked. I'm like, it sucks. But you can't, like, you know, you can't concentrate on that because you'll drive yourself crazy. If you think about, you know, this is the last time I'll see Leroy, let's just say, oh my God, I mean, you can't think like that, because if you do, you're going to be like this. So you have to think, you know, I'm going to trust that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And I'm going to remember that sitting here telling Leroy this could be the last time I see you is not dancing. That is sitting it out. And last night, I was sitting it out. I was like bawling. And tonight's going to be worse, you know? Tonight's the real big tornado. So, all right. We can't be Debbie Downers, y'all. We cannot be Debbie Downers. Because that is not what Judy's about. I'm going to bust my butt. Hang on. Is that a footprint? Looks like a footprint. Okay. We ain't go. Another, I've talked to you about this too, is about distraction. If you get yourself with social, and I mean not social, but weather, anxiety, and all this stuff, distraction is your best medicine. So I'm gonna go distract myself and go put this hay out. That's what I'm gonna do. Because no more, I don't know if I told y'all that. Remember the video I did and I said, that's so weird, there's a green patch right here. The reason is because up there is the compost pile. So it comes down the hill when it rains and it settles down here. And that's why there's that beautiful grass down there. Isn't that kind of cool? Can't remember if I told y'all that or not. All right. I have got to go. I am going to put out hay. I have got to go clean the rabbit cages real quick, feed queso, and all that good stuff. All right. I will do my best to stay in touch with y'all. I am supposed to, my video is supposed to come out at 3 o'clock today. And I just don't think that I'm going to remember to post my video at 3 o'clock, because let's think about this for just a minute. Do you think at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I'm going to be like, post your YouTube video? I am not going to remember that, because it's probably going to be chaotic. So I'm going to post my video when I get off this live. Okay? Because distraction is going to happen at 2 o'clock, and I need to concentrate on my family and not be worrying about posting a video. And for some reason, this whole new process of posting at 3 o'clock versus 6:30 in the morning is not working out well for me because I can't remember. And so as soon as I hang up here, I'm going to post my video. Thank you for watching my channel and supporting my farm. You guys have been such a blessing to me beyond belief. The friendships I've developed and the support that I've gotten, it also brings tears to my eyes because I couldn't dance without you. I'm dancing because you're here. I would not do this naturally, okay? This is not this is not natural for me. Natural is for me sitting it out, okay? I sat it out for many, many, many years, okay? So I can dance because you're here with me to hold my hand. Thank you. All right. I will be posting. I will not leave you hanging. So be watching for my video. I'm fixing to post it. Love you. Bye.